This is the meat I'm gonna be using for my vegetable soup. They said it's beef brisket. Yeah. So I'm gonna be cutting it and getting it set for the soup. Yeah. Yeah, these are all I have here to make my vegetable soup. This is kale, my bowl of kale, nicely chopped kale. And this one is nicely chopped spinach. This too is spinach, and this is kale. This is kale. Yeah. And I have my mushroom here. I have my sweet peppers. I have my spring onions. I have my powdered seasoning here. And this is my cube seasoning, of course. And this one is ground shrimp. Yeah. This is my fish, and I have my raw peeled shrimps here. I have my meat here. I have my fish here, and I have another thing here, and that's dry shrimps. So I'm gonna be pouring it in like that. So my meat is in the pot now, cooking, and I'm adding the seasoning, I'm adding the onions. Gonna add a little bit of salt. It is time to pour in the red oil. It's time to throw in the fish. I'm going to pour in the shrimps. Yum, everything is starting to look really good and yummy. I'm gonna add more of the seasoning. Yeah, I already washed my hands and dried it, so I'm using my hand to smash it. Yeah, stir a little bit. And it is time for me to add the mushroom. Time to add the ground shrimp. And of course the dried shrimps. Yeah, so I'm gonna stir in. So I don't mind if the fish, if it's pieces. So yeah, getting the seasonings and every other thing I've added to the soup. Yeah, time to taste it a little. Yum, it tastes really good. So whenever I'm making this kind of vegetable soup, I usually add my spinach first. So we have a native name for it, and yeah, it's just like using what I have here to make what I want. Since I can't get the water leaf and ugu leaf, like we call it in Nigeria, so I use spinach and kale in place of the water leaf and ugu, that's pumpkin leaf. Yeah, so I add my spinach first. So I'm done adding the spinach, and I'm gonna allow it to cook for like a minute or two. Then I'll add my kale to it, and after that I'm gonna add the sweet pepper, and yeah, the soup will be done. And it's important to mention that spinach has a lot of juice in it. You can see I didn't add any water to this soup, and all the water here now is from the spinach. And yeah, so you have to be careful while making this kind of soup. If not, you know, you have lots and lots of water in your soup. That's if you add water. But when I add my kale now, it's gonna help, you know, absorb some of the juice from all the water from this soup, and yeah, we'll balance it out. So I've just added my kale. Gonna stir it, and it's looking really good and yummy. I know this is a full pot of soup. Yeah, I'm not gonna be cooking any soup in more than in days. Yeah, so this is time for me to add my sweet pepper, and the soup is ready. Yeah. I'm all up for eating healthy. And yes, our vegetable soup is ready. Look at that. Yum, yum. Yeah, you can use what you have, whatever thing that is available, to make what you want. And that's exactly what I do here, living in Montana. Yeah, and this really looks good. This is a plate of goodness. Look at that. Yeah. This is brown oatmeal. So this is what we use to, or something like this, but you know, just to be on the healthier side. That's why I'm using oatmeal. So that's what we use for the soup.